there.
Denver 7 Sloan Dickey in South Superior looking at much of the same as what Bayon Wang was dealing with in his location. Sloan?
Yeah, we are certainly witnessing the same tragic situation. I'm just gonna let my photographer pan over to this neighborhood. We witnessed the first home burning in this neighborhood, and now we are witnessing 20, 30, maybe even 40 homes going up in flames. We were just in a different parking lot and we were evacuated from that area because the smoke and the flames were getting so close to people watching their homes burn to the ground. We witnessed people crying. We witnessed people watching their livelihoods burn to the ground. And the magnitude of these flames is absolutely gigantic. And unfortunately, there is just nothing to stop these flames at this point in time. Even as the sun goes down, the winds have not died down. You can just watch the flames jump from house to house, and the smoke is just billowing east. So fortunately, as you mentioned earlier, we have not heard of anybody stranded in these homes. When we were driving through this neighborhood about an hour ago, it was completely deserted. That is the good news, but that is a very small piece of good news for such a tragic evening that we are witnessing unfold right now.
Listen, we'll take all the good news we can get. Sloan Dickey also in Superior, and my understanding is this is a different vantage point of the flames that you can see with Bayon Wang's report off in the distance. I think Sloan is just a little bit closer to that subdivision. And again, don't lose sight of this is not just a clump of fire or a fire event. Those are a lot of individual homes burning right there in Superior at this hour. Sloan Dickey joins us live once more from Superior. Gosh, what a backdrop there, Sloan. Gosh.
Yeah, just absolutely devastating. And I didn't even realize this until moments ago, but this street right here that you're seeing now in flames is actually the street where I went live maybe 4 hours ago. And this entire street was filled with cars of people orderly just moving out of the area. They probably thought that there was some kind of danger, but seeing this now and seeing the evacuation then, just the comparison of the two is just startling that the evacuation was necessary for these people, and it's an empty neighborhood. And again, I just want to point out that this is very much like a game of chance. Some houses are completely in flames and others are untouched. But these houses behind me that you see here, this is on El Dorado Road in the southern part of the Rock Creek subdivision. Several homes are on fire. The winds have died down, so there is an opportunity for firefighters to get in here and save what they can. I think that's probably the strategy of these firefighters here, is just to save the homes that they can and calculate the damage in the future.
All right, Sloan Dickey tonight, thank you so much. It does not get any easier, no matter how many times we come to you or any of our crews, to see the devastation.
Unbelievable images. Let's check in now with Denver 7's Sloan Dickey, who's live south of the Rocky Springs neighborhood, or Rock Springs neighborhood. That's just south of Superior. Sloan, what are you seeing?
Yeah, well, we're starting to get a look at exactly how much damage, and maybe not the scale of the damage, but the intimate details of how much damage is being done to these homes. I just want to walk you through the scene right now. We have several vehicles right now parked out here. They're firefighting vehicles just trying to take care of those last flames that have popped up. And right across the street, you can see these firefighters are putting out some flames. It's kind of hard to see, but this used to be a home. Now it is reduced to ashes. If you just follow me, I want to show you the damage that's been done to some of these homes. Now it might just look like one home, but this is a family's home that 12 hours ago was standing. This has now been reduced to rubble, and just the intensity of the fire actually burned the paint and the tires off of this car that you can see right here. This just repeats itself, house after house after house, probably for about 20 to 30 homes on El Dorado Road. and we're right now on El Dorado and Imperial in the Rock Springs neighborhood. You can see behind me there's still some efforts of firefighters. They're trying to just kind of keep the houses to the north side of El Dorado Road damp, keep them away from the flames. They've done a heroic job. At one point we saw maybe 15 to 20 fire engines lined up on El Dorado Road, just making sure that the flames didn't jump from the south side to the north side. But on that north side where the flames really took off, and during that windy moment, they just jumped the house to house to house, and we were actually on the other side. This is a garage that you're looking at right now. 2 cars completely reduced to rubble. On the other side, it looks like a cliff. That's actually where the home used to be. We're just witnessing this damage right now. Yet another home, hundreds just like this in a matter of hours. So we're witnessing right now the first glimpses of what we're going to see a lot more of tomorrow, unfortunately. And then in this house right here, you can see just the winds were so strong that this lamppost was knocked over. We saw several different efforts of firefighting, including using ladders, using fire engines, the large ones, some of the smaller ones that are used for wildland firefighting. And we spoke with a firefighter who actually said that they had a different strategy here, was just to contain the fire to this row of houses. They couldn't do anything to stop the flames here, but they wanted to make sure that it didn't jump the road. It looks like they were largely successful in that effort. But right now, across the street from these flames, this fire engine is actually packing up right now. But it was an intense day for firefighters. For a while, as the winds were picking up to 100 miles an hour here, they had to just watch and wait until these winds died down and see what they could save after the winds died down. It was certainly a heroic effort from the firefighters out here.
South of the Rock Springs neighborhood, that's just south of Superior. Sloan, what are you seeing?
Yeah, and just one clarification. I said last hit it was Rock Springs. It's actually the Rock Creek neighborhood. I just wanted to make sure I clarify that. We're on Imperial Road right now and El Dorado, and I've just been thinking a lot about the victims of this fire who have lost everything, and I just want to get some of the stories that are already coming out from what I've seen. And just if you can just take a look right here, this used to be a garage right here. And you can look out. It's a little bit dark right now. We've lost some of the light from the fire engines, but you can still see this was somebody's home, and this was the pillars that held up that home. And I just want to take you over here to show you that this home that you just saw, something that ironically and tragically survived was a child's swing. And we were just kind of moved by that because this was obviously a family and there was a lot of joy in this home, and it is no more. And just one other thing I wanted to show you that we saw when we were walking through this neighborhood, now that these homes have burned down, is several cars still in garages. People just leaving with what they could. And this seemed like a very happy neighborhood. The other side of the street is still, the houses are still standing. I've been getting some messages on social media asking specifically which homes were burned to the ground, and I'm going to be as specific as I can. We're on Imperial and El Dorado Road. We've seen about 20 homes along the south side of the Rock Creek neighborhood have burned to the ground. The firefighters have done a really great job to save as many homes as they can. We heard from the firefighter who said that they were trying to save as many homes as they could on the north side of El Dorado Road. It seems as though they have been largely successful in that. I can't be specific. I don't know which homes were saved and which ones weren't, but it seems as though the ones on the south side of El Dorado Road, unfortunately, many of them have not made it. If you are on the north side, the chances are your house, the chances that your house is still standing is much greater. But I really just want to get this across that these individual homes, we're going to be talking about hundreds of homes and thousands of people impacted. Each one of those lives is important, and each one of those lives is our neighbors, and a lot of people are hurting tonight and will be hurting tomorrow as well.
Each one of those lives going to need help. Thank you, Sloan. And